Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video, I'm going to explain how to do this exercise. So the writer suggests in the first paragraph. Now, I like these questions because you don't have to look everywhere to find the information. So this is the first paragraph. And then it talks about agricultural development, right? So the first thing I'll be looking for is something to do with agricultural development. So it says, since 1950, the global population has grown at up to 100 times the speed it grew after the invention of agriculture. So agricultural development, and 10,000 times as fast as it did before that. O sea, la expansión de la población pues, ha sido exponencial. This is a great human achievement, un logro. The huge increase in population in the last century. And continuing in this, however, is a problem caused by success, ¿no? Un problema provocado por el éxito. The success of vaccination, ¿no? So infant mortality, clean water, ¿no? La gente no se enferma tanto por tomar agua sucia, ¿no? And of the green revolution in agriculture, okay? Without the latter, sin este último, the green revolution in agriculture, the latter, lo que acaban de mencionar, it has been estimated that mankind would have needed extra farmland the size of North America to feed itself. No, farmland, like zona agrícola, the size of North America to feed itself para poder alimentar a la población. To put it another way, dicha de otra forma, to put it another way, some 2 billion people, aproximadamente 2 billion people, are alive because of it, yeah, por esa agricultura, ¿no? Yet most observers believe so many billions of humans are too many for the planet, ¿no? Que, o sea, tantos billones de personas, pues es demasiado para que el planeta pueda sostenernos a todos, indefinitely. We need too much water. We consume too much carbon-based energy, energía a base de carbón. And we take over too much land to feed ourselves, ¿no? Ocupamos mucha tierra para alimentarnos. For the biosphere to cope, y el biosfera pues no puede con tanto, ¿no? So may need to be carried out on other planets. He doesn't say that. Will one day be adequate to feed. No dice que un día lo logremos. Has both positive. I would say that one looks reasonable, positive and negative. Has played only a minor part. No, no ha sido como que una parte menor. So just because I found the answer in C, guys, that doesn't mean I don't read D. I read all of them. You treat each one as like a kind of true, false, or true, false, not given. But you treat each one in turn. Okay. Okay. When he states to put it another way, yo lo dije dicho de otra forma, dicho de otro modo. The writer is suggesting an alternative. Not really. Reinforcing an argument. That seems, yeah, como que respaldando lo mismo que ya dijo. Refuting, no es una refutación. Expressing a different point of view, no, it's reinforcing. Dicho de otra forma, o sea, puede decir lo mismo, pero con otras palabras. So reinforcing, okay? Now, I like this one because it's automatically telling me in the second paragraph, ¿no? Entonces no hay que buscar en todo el texto. So the second paragraph is starts here and ends here. The writer is casting doubt, ¿no? Está como que echando duda, poniendo en duda, okay? By far, the best known problem in our world today is climate change, ¿no? Por mucho es el mejor conocido, el cambio climático. This is mainly caused by the burning of fossil fuels, combustibles fósiles, which results in the production of greenhouse gas, gases de efecto invernadero. This stops the planet cooling itself, yeah? No se enfría as efficiently, tan eficientemente, as it needs to. Yeah? Thereby, y así, y de esa forma, las temperaturas suben. Okay? By how much? Pero qué tanto suben las temperaturas? And exactly with what effect are unknown. Lo que no se sabe es exactamente cuánto, cuánto suben las temperaturas y cuál es el efecto de. Okay. An increase in wild, loco, or unpredictable weather patterns, like kind of crazy weather, may be one of the consequences. Looking at possible projections, this is either a problem rather overstated today, ¿no? Overstated como que exagerado, which can be dealt with by greener ways of regenerating energy, o sea, generar energía, luz por medios ecológicos. Or it is an imminent catastrophe, no, inminente, that could make this the last human century or so. So, does he really talk about the principal cause? Not sure. Our understanding of the effect of burning fossil fuels, okay. The unpredictable, our needs for greener ways. So we need to think about the thing that he's kind of casting doubt on. And I would say it's like by how much and exactly we don't know the effects. So the principal cause, our understanding of the effect of burning fossil fuels, I think it's this one. Yeah, because if we look here, we've got the word effect. ¿Cuál es el efecto? Yeah, how much is unknown, no se sabe. Entonces, si no se sabe, pues nuestra comprensión del tema, yeah, está en duda. Okay, so yeah, I would argue that that is the best answer there. Okay, now let's go back up here and have a look at question number 4. Now, it says, what point does the paragraph, does the writer make in the 3rd paragraph? Now, this one makes life a lot easier because we don't need to look everywhere to find it. So this is paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2, and this one is paragraph 3. So paragraph 3 is a little bit of a pain because it's on, in two separate columns. But anyway, then there are the problems of deforestation, and the extinction. La especie se extingue, ¿no? Humans have always destroyed forests, bosques, both because they wanted the wood, la madera, and to expand their farmland, tener más lugar para más zona agrícola. Northern Europe was once covered in trees, lleno de árboles. But the deforestation of the 20th century was particularly dramatic, un caso muy extremo, removing half of the remaining total. De lo que quedaba, quitaron la mitad, and was concentrated in tropical areas, zonas tropicales. The importance of forests for maintaining the health, la salud of the atmosphere, and coping, let's have a look, coping with the carbon problem is now well understood. Hoy en día se entiende bien. In addition, es más, these forests, these rainforests, selva, contain a high proportion of endangered plant and animal species, especies de plantas y de animales, which may in turn, a su vez, harbor, como que almacenar, harbor many useful secrets for human survival, sobrevivencia humana. If, as many scientists predict, around 30% of current species become extinct over the next century, en el siguiente siglo se van a extinguir el 30%, then that would be a huge planetary event, un evento, un suceso enorme a nivel planeta. Another mistake by the human ape, el chango, el simio humano, no? Okay, so the recent destruction of rainforests was no worse. No, he says, de hecho fue peor antes. More animals than plants. No dice que los animales corren más riesgo que las plantas. The true value of rainforests is yet to be discovered, maybe. The disappearance of forests is a relatively new phenomenon. So I don't think he really talks about that. O sea, no es nada nuevo. Ya tienen tiempo haciéndolo. So the true value of rainforests is yet to be discovered. So, yeah, because it says many secrets, ¿no? Harbor, como que almacenan useful secrets. Entonces, secretos, pues son cosas que are yet to be discovered. Son cosas que aún no se descubren, ¿no? Okay, very good, very good. So I guess that's all clear then. Now, so like I say, guys, treat each option as a true false, or not given. Yeah, treat each one as a true, false, not given, and then it's quite easy to get the right answer. Okay, so we've got 5 and 6 still to go. So let's do this. Okay. Now over here, the question says, the writer uses the phrase woeful litany in line 48. So 45, 46, 47, 48, this woeful litany. So now, woeful, what does that mean? It means like it's something is, well, we got woeful and woefully. So characterize with like sorrow, yeah, misery, yeah. And then litany is like, I think it's litano in Spanish or something like that. Okay, a series of petitions, petitions like when you're asking for something, usually recited by clergy and responded in a recurring formula by the people. So like when they respond, something like that. Okay. All right. So woeful, triste, no? To illustrate the distressing nature of this list of problems, that seems like a good one to me. Distressing nature, preocupante. The length of lists. Well, I'm not sure if it's he's talking really about the length, no dice que es una lista larga. The effect of various problems are having in the world. Well, I don't think it's various problems because it's talking about the 2 last problems. And it's not really talking about the effect. The causes of problems. Realmente no está hablando de las causas. So I think the first one, the distressing nature, is preocupante. No? So that was, I think, quite an easy question. But anyway, and then the next question is in the last paragraph. Now, if this was the real day, if this is the day of like the real exam, and it was me doing the exam, now that I've got woeful litany, and I know that the last question is about the last paragraph, ¿qué voy a hacer? Pues me voy a saltar todo eso. ¿No? ¿Para qué? ¿No? Nada más me va a quitar tiempo, ¿no? Y pues el tiempo nunca sobra en, en los exámenes, ¿no? But in any case, let me just go through this so I can teach you some of the vocabulary. So 2 last problems must be added to this woeful litany. Overfishing, ¿no? La sobrepesca, and the acidification, ¿no? El océano se está volviendo más ácido, are causing an environmental disaster that would be a worldwide scandal, es un escándalo a nivel mundial, if we were able to see clearly below the waves, ver por debajo de las olas, pero no se puede. And it is a disaster affecting an important source of food, ¿no? Fuente de comida. Add to this the atmospheric pollution, la contaminación atmosférica, in the megacities, en las ciudades enormes, that increasingly dominate as human habitation, ¿no? O sea, predominan de los hábitats humanos, ¿no? Donde vivimos los seres humanos. More than half of us, más de la población, más de la mitad de la población mundial vive en una ciudad, which has caused a huge loss of life, pérdida de vida, albeit generally, yeah, in the older and weaker, y eso afecta principalmente a los más viejos y los más débiles. The historian J.R. McNeill estimates a 20th century toll. Toll is like quota, pero it's like a negative effect from air pollution, like a death toll, o sea, cuántas muertes se han provocado por la contaminación en el aire, of up to 40 million people, ¿no? Equivalent to the combined casualties of both world wars, ¿no? O sea, lo mismo de número de muertes de personas que se murieron en la Primera y Segunda Guerra Mundial combinadas, okay? Or about the same as 1918 to 1919 flu pandemic, ¿no? Del mismo número que se murieron. Este libro obviamente se escribió antes de COVID, entonces a lo mejor hay más datos hoy en día. Like other problems, this was a failure of success, ¿no? Fue una consecuencia negativa del mismo éxito. In this case, caused by the arrival of cars, ¿no? O sea, se supone que los autos, los coches son un ejemplo del progreso, del avance, pero nos terminan matando con la contaminación en el aire, ¿no? Air travel and a lifestyle more materially rich, o sea, tenemos causas más materiales y un ambiente mucho más contaminado. Many of those affected by pollution have migrated from villages, ¿no? Antes la gente vivía en pueblos, aldeas donde el aire pues, es muy limpio y van a las ciudades y pues, se contamina. And small towns and cities, prepared to live in slums. So you might have seen that film Slumdog Millionaire, but a slum is, this kind of like living conditions, like kind of like favelas in Brazil or something like that. These people go and live in slums. Very, very sad. Or shanty towns. So let me show you an example of a shanty town. This kind of thing, yeah. Very poor living conditions. Okay. Shanty towns, simply to have the chance to exploit the greater opportunities, ¿no? O sea, oportunidades laborales, oportunidades de salud, oportunidades de educación, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, let's have a look at this. Now, I don't like these questions much. These ones that says the writer implies, like, oh, he implies, like, oh, I hate these ones because they're kind of annoying because it's like, I'm not a mind reader. But anyway, so let's have a look what he might imply here. Today's parents in the West are the first generation to worry that their children will live more meager. Meager, like una vida más pobre. If less wasteful lives than they have. Igual, pues no desperdician tanto lives than they have. A world population of around today's size, del tamaño de hoy en día, or bigger, o si no, más grande, is plausible, es factible. And a wide range, ¿no? Una amplia variedad of scientific fixes, maneras científicas de arreglar la situación, such as those mentioned for tackling, para lidiar con global warming, and genetically modified food, ¿no? La comida genéticamente modificada, would help the planet to cope, ayudarían al planeta a lidiar con esa situación. What is not plausible, lo que no es factible, is the notion, the idea, the concept of a bigger population enjoying the new freedoms of car use, ¿no? O sea, poblaciones nuevas no podrán disfrutar de automóviles como nosotros lo hacemos, ¿no? Air travel and foods flown in from around the globe, o sea, comidas importadas de todas partes del mundo. That many of us now enjoy. Hoy en día lo disfrutamos, pero quién sabe durante cuánto tiempo, ¿no? So, in the last paragraph, the writer implies that all generations have wanted a better future for their children. Maybe, yeah, because he talks here about the first generation to worry that their children will live more meager lives, like menos opulencia, pues. So it could be that. The planet would never survive. A wide would help the planet to cope, would never survive. It doesn't say would never survive, porque dice igual y se puede arreglar, se puede encontrar soluciones científicas. So I don't think that's sensible. In the future, we will find new freedoms to replace those we've lost. Sí habla de la pérdida de libertades, pero no dice que vamos a encontrar nuevas libertades. What is not plausible? Yeah, I don't think that will make sense. Under certain circumstances, some continuation may be possible. Yeah, some continuation of our current lifestyle may be possible. So, of a bigger population enjoying new freedoms of car use, air travel. So, a world population around those size is plausible. And a wide range such as those mentioned and genetic modifier would help the planet to cope. What is not plausible? Yeah, I think it's this one. And the reason why I'm going to reject A is because it says, hoy en día los padres se preocupan que sus niños, sus hijos van a tener una vida peor, pero no dice que todos quisieran una vida mejor, ¿no? Igual y pues lo querían, pero simplemente al mismo nivel. So for that reason, I would get rid of A, and I like D because it says under certain circumstances. So, siempre cuando se aplican ciertas soluciones científicas, la vida sí puede seguir some continuation, ¿no? Sí es posible. Okay, very good, very good. All right, well, I hope all that information was useful, guys. And if you've got any questions, just let me know in class.